Hi, I'm Brand and Sustainability Director at LEON Restaurants. The business was founded with a mission very much in mind. So to be honest, since the company was founded, which was in 2004, so there were three people, John, Vincent, Henry Dimbleby and Allegra McEvedy. And it was really partly seeing an opportunity in the market that LEON was created, but a lot to disrupt the fast food model, because the idea was using that system, so all the convenience, but the product that was served in that system would just be far better, of a better quality, and get people to have a healthier relationship with food. I think the benefits to LEON of being a more responsible business and thinking very much about people, the impact on people and environment, and being kind to the planet. I think the benefit has been difference, because I think back in 2004 with food principles like local and from farms that we know and trust, and seasonal menu changes, and putting a real importance on Mediterranean principles in the diet, so using herbs and spices, not processing, and using a lot of vegetables. It has been difference, it has been huge appeal, and I just think it's also, a lot of it is engagement. You know, the approach that LEON has, I think back then was quite different, and obviously now the nice challenge is how to try and stay ahead and stay different and stay interesting, but people talk about you and they get a stronger connection with you. In terms of spreading the message about ourselves, when I first joined the business 2.5 years ago, the brief was really to obsess about the LEON reality and make that reality better. So it was very much about starting from the core. It wasn't about looking outward as to how to have a certain message in a really conspicuous place so that as many people as possible would see it. And we do still operate like that today. And so I think that it really starts from, is the food great? Is it responsibly developed? And then we tell stories about that in how we launch those menu items, how we engage people through our newsletter, how we frankly use the enormous advertising space, which is our restaurants, and the posters within there. And then also, how do we tell our story to journalists and people that are interested and will listen. I think there's always, for us, in terms of the idea of increasing the sustainability, I think we would just phrase it as doing better. And I think that, and making better choices. And yeah, there's huge potential for LEON to do that, as there is, I think, with every single business, really. But I think for us, a lot of it is probably looking at how we operate, because we've had explosive growth in the last 2 years. And so making sure that you manage that growth, but also the way in which you do it in as responsible, creative and kind of inspiring a way possible is quite tough. In terms of making your menu more sustainable, I think it's having a clear point of view on the type of food that you want to offer. Find something that you're excited about and that frankly you and your team will enjoy developing. Start there. And then start with ensuring that there is a story to the food that you develop. I really do think that having some basis that's either a person and it is their recipe, or indeed a provenance, or something to it, because I just think that is going to make it a much stronger dish in terms of how tasty it will be, how desirable it will be, and how much of a story you can tell about it. And then I think also designing it and developing it with the supply side in mind, because if you have done that where none of the ingredients are available in a certain season or from the UK or nearby, of course you're going to immediately have made that challenge a lot harder for yourself to make that a sustainable dish.